96.3 WHUR, all music of the culture that sounds like Washington. And talking about sounding like Washington, we are joined by the one and only Kevin Ross, ladies and gentlemen, our
What up? What up?
superstar. What's good with your good brother?
I'm feeling amazing, man. Thank you for having me on the show. We getting ready for the Bethesda Theater on Friday. I'm super amped, so I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the place.
Performing at home, Kevin, does it hit different? I mean, I know it has to, but how does it hit different for you?
Man, it feels like I'm in a living room. You know what I mean? I feel like, everybody's family, everybody's my auntie, my uncle, and all my cousins are there. So, you know what I mean? I really get a chance to let my hair down and really kind of like be in my bag for a little bit. So certain songs that I sing, at my DC shows that I only sing at my DC shows because, only DC people can relate to it. That's the magic about it. That's the wonder and about the show, in the sense of, like, I'm not there to just sing. I'm there to entertain, and I'm there to interact and to make sure that people have an experience when they leave there.
But how do you handle all the folks who be like, I went to second grade with you. I knew your cousins, mamas, sisters, baby dad. How do you handle all those people? Because when you're home, folks come out the woodworks and everybody knows Kevin Ross.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that, like, I am DMV bred, whether that is, being born and raised in Southeast and then moving to Maryland and, what I mean, having all of these experiences and going back to DC to go to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. So yeah, there's a lot of people that may know me from second grade, or that may know my auntie that, on my other side and all that, all that. So you do get all that from home, but that's where you appreciate it because you're home. So you have so many different people that know you, that the whole 6 degrees of separation gets even shorter because of home. And that's the beauty of it. I don't have any beef with anybody. I don't have any bad blood. So it should all be beautiful. And I expect each and every person, that means the second grade teacher or whomever, to pull up on Friday too. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
So
talking
if you
about.
if you know me and you got love for me, then pull up,
I love it. Kevin, let me ask you this. That Southeast Maryland combination is a hell of a combination. It could take you really far. Have you found that going throughout the country that has helped you in ways that other singers and other performers may not have?
I think it's just the entrepreneurial spirit of DC in general. You know what I mean? Like growing up and having Hobo and Shooters and We Are
Mm-hmm.
One and Sabiato and all of these different brands that we would wear on our backs and we would pay good money for, speaking of which. You know
Yes,
what I'm
indeed.
saying?
Yes,
Having
indeed.
these custom shirts and these custom sweatsuits and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like we were always supportive of the things that made us who we are as DMV or DC natives. And so to me, I found in, going around the world, you don't find that too much, as far
Exactly.
as much as you would find it here.
I see that you have your own sort of music imprint. At the same time, you work with majors as well. Is that how you got that going on?
Yeah, so right now I am completely independent. My company is called Art Society Music Group. We landed that number one with Love in the Middle for 4 weeks at R&B Radio, so that was on our
Big
own
deal.
volition. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so the other side of it is me being a writer and a producer. I mean, obviously, we got to pay some bills and stuff like that. So yeah, we still work with the majors, but as it pertains to what I do as a brand, Kevin Ross, that is all under Art Society Music Group.
With Love in the Middle, tell me the inspiration. Did you write this about a relationship, about a young lady that you were dating who, you were on the road, and when you come back, it's like you were focused on love and she understood? Like, tell us the real behind this song.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It had nothing to do with that at all. It had everything to do with I call my fan base the blue collar lover. So I represent a part of the country that are the UPS workers, the administrative assistants, the nurses, the people that get up 9 to 5 and bust their tail in order to make ends meet. I felt like there wasn't enough music for them out there on the radio. I felt like they were being underserved and overlooked. And so I created a narrative. I created a story that would feel good. So the sonics, the tempo was the true meaning behind it. And I just wanted for them to, while they went to work, a song that made them feel good. While they got off, a song that made them feel good. But then also the theme of it is not just about a relationship, but it's a reminder to put love in the middle of everything that you do. So whether that's your family, whether that's your significant other, but put love in the middle of the people that show love to you.
I love it. Hey, Kevin, you showing up and making R&B that thing right now, bruh. With that being said, can you give us like your top 5 R&B who you listening to right this second? Like who should we be checking for? Because you are the insight on the insight.
The musician's musician.
I listen to DMV's own Shay Jennifer, who's super duper talented. That's out of the area. He was just on Netflix. I forget the show, but it was like a show about some singing groups or something like that. And so he's a part of a group now called Solified. And so super duper talented on his own. Also a young guy from out of VA by the name of Sincere, who's super dope. That got vocals out the Wukaza. Um, you know what I mean? It's so much talent as far as just within the area. You know
Mm.
what I mean? That I could just kind of speak on and celebrate. But those two in particular that just come to top of mind. So, but I listen to a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of
Gotcha.
old school stuff, Stevie Wonders to new stuff. Obviously Brent Fryers. You know what I mean? From out the area and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah. We got to show love where love is due.
Speaking of love, because you're such a lover boy, is Kevin Ross dating? And if not, what type of girl do you usually are attracted to?
Hey man, I'm out the box. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got a 2.5-year-old kid. That ain't what I'm looking for right now. I'm in daddy mode, family mode.
Yeah.
So at best, what I can do for anybody that's coming to the show or whatever, I'm a facilitator. That's what I do. I facilitate. You know what I mean? I already know that my R look. I already know that my R&B work because I already got a child to prove it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So
I
I'm
love
gonna help
it.
facilitate some things. If you in a relationship, I'm here to seal the deal for the night. If you come
Yeah.
single, I'm trying to help you to find somebody. Hello.
Facilitator.
What's the one thing about being a daddy that you didn't expect? What's the one thing you've learned as a father that you weren't prepared for?
Man, you can't get enough sleep. I realized that like
Bruh.
sleep is so valuable, time is even more valuable. And so for me, like the things that I thought that I could do, before a child, I was in the studio 8 to 12 hours a day. And now that's shaved down to just a few hours. And so the luxury is I don't get a chance to overthink. And so I really base it off of my second nature, and I got to be confident in what I create and just everything that I do. So time is more precious. So the time that I spend, whether that's doing an interview with you guys, I just have a greater appreciation for those things because that time is valuable. And so I thank you guys for, taking the time to, even talk to me and show love. So
You have a very old soul about yourself. It's almost as if you've been here 3 times before. And I can only imagine that the people, the nucleus of your family, they have really nurtured you because you're a grown man in these streets. Who do you credit that to?
I I really attribute that to my mother, my father, my brother Kelvin. My aunts, my uncles, they all keep me leveled and well rounded. So that's the thing is like no one looks at me like, oh, that's Kevin Ross. It's like, I'm still a little cousin of somebody. I'm still what I mean? I'm just still this person who's grateful to be here. Because the truth is that anybody knows in the entertainment business that to be doing this past 5 years and to make this a career is a blessing within itself. We see people come and go. We see people, that kind of like flash in the pans and lightning in the bottle and stuff like that. And some of those things kind of wither away. But when you have staying power, you don't get arrogant about it. You become grateful because you know that you could be one of those people that could have came and went. And so I'm grateful to God that I have a position, or have a position within my career to say, hey, I've been doing this and paying my bills and keeping the lights on for over 10 years doing what I love to do.
That sound like a moment of clarity right there to me, Nina Brown.
For sure.
That man just made it real clear to everybody. Kevin Ross is on the line with us, everybody. He's at the Bethesda Theater this Friday. He's bringing all the love, all of the facilitation that he could possibly bring, representing Southeast and Maryland at the same time.
What's your go-to spot, Kevin, when you are home? Like, where do you like to go eat? What's the one place you're like, I gotta pull up to so-and-so when I'm home?
I'm so ashamed of myself by saying this, and I'm basic, but I like going to like a Danny's or Eddie Leonard's, like a little carry out spot.
Yeah. You
and get
better.
me some wings and some fried rice. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Give me
You
a little
better.
sub. It all depends, but yeah, those are things that I can't get anywhere else. Like, I was surprised. I was like, dang, I ain't got carryouts in Chicago or New York. They may have other versions of it, like bodegas and stuff like that, but it's nothing like what we have here. And so, I'll go to those spots just to just to feel, to get that feel of home.
That
Love it.
five wings, fried rice, and a half will set you straight every time, huh?
Sheesh, for sure.
We can't wait to see you this Friday. We know the
Yeah,
show is
man.
going to be amazing per usual.
Oh yeah, come on. I come from a different cloth though. You know what I mean? I'm super proud that I'm, you know what I mean, from the city, and we gotta put on. It's kind of weird to me of like singers that don't actually sing. I'm like, all right, well, we gotta show them. You know what I mean? Like we really do this.
Uh-oh.
We appreciate you checking in with us, Kevin. We will see you this Friday at the Bethesda Theater. It's the Nina and Joe Afternoon Show on 96.3 WHUR.